Hello and welcome to another episode of Bill in the Bush. Today we're at the Wilderness Trail, better known as Buffalo Camp, right outside of Lake Jackson, Texas. And as you can see, we're just kind of coming off the parking lot, coming up on the trailhead sign. Make sure you read the trailhead. You see it's wilderness. It's approximately 1.5 miles. Make sure you carry out all your bullshit. Don't be leaving it here. Of course, there's no hunting and fishing. Here I go putting my camera because I'm not paying attention. As you can see, the shots are going to be kind of shaky, so I hope you brought your nausea medication. We're going to look at this map. And I'm going to stick my phone in the face, and we're not even going to give a shit about the map. Fuck it. Here we go. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Trying out a new camera and a new mount. As you can see, it's going to be a bouncy ride. I never did once pay attention to what I was doing with the camera. I just went out there and started filming. Alright, so this is the Buffalo Camp Trail, better known as the Wilderness Trail because yuppies didn't like the idea of naming it after one of our largest herbivores on the North American continent. So here we go. This trail was actually made somewhere back in the 1800s. It was what is the remnants of the creek, the bullshit they drug out of the creek next to us here on the left-hand side. That creek was made to bring cotton and sugar cane and whatever else bullshit that Mr. Jackson was growing on his plantation down to the Brazos so that he could sell it. We're just gonna go, and as you can see, my daughter, she doesn't pay attention, doesn't listen to me when I say, stay out of the way of the camera. Instead, she just kind of casually walks in front of the camera constantly. It's a pretty easy trail. You wouldn't get your Uggs tore up too much, except when after it rains. We're gonna look down here. This is Buffalo Camp Bayou. As you can see, it's a man-made bayou. And there, look, there's culvert, some lilies. Those lilies will look pretty here in a couple of weeks. We're just going to get back on the trail here. That's a nice Spanish oak. I'm sure the stories that Spanish oak could tell us. As you can see, we're just looking around to see if we see anything, but we don't see shit as usual. It's just pretty scapes. Anyways, the trail is fairly an easy trail to walk down. I suggest wearing mud boots most times of the year because there are some very wet areas. This is the swamp of South Texas. But you little granolas out there, if you want to wear your Uggs and go trumpling through the woods, this is a perfect trail to do so. Things I'd watch out for, of course, are your normal things. Your poison ivies, your poison oaks, your venomous snakes, alligators, feral hogs. You can keep seeing, even out in the wilderness, that St. Augustine grass just takes over everything. And once again, my daughter gets right in front of the camera. This is a pretty good camera, except for the fact that the mount this day, I wasn't very familiar with it. And as you can see, it's very nauseating to watch. Just cruising along through here, a lot of native species, a lot of invasive species. And that there to my right was palmetto, better known as the potato of the swamp. My daughter's pointing out some bullshit, so let's check out what she's pointed out. We're going to get on down here, mix this stuff. Oh, this is wild onion here. It's kind of like a magic root. You can make that into an elixir or a potion, if you might say. I don't recommend just going out into the woods and just eating shit if you don't know what the hell you're doing. But hey, then again, everything's edible at least once. We're going to continue down the path. As you can see, more palmettos. Make sure that, that tells you right there how wet this area stays. My daughter's pointing out dog shit. to me. That's great. You know, these yuppies, they bring their little, gator baits out here, walk them down the trail. And of course, the little bastard won't go off the trail to shit. It's going to shit right in the middle of the trail. And of course, Mr. Yuppie thinks, hey, this is nature. Let's let the shit just hang out here. We're going to poke around in these leaves, hoping that we don't find a venomous snake. Notice we're not using our damn hands. We're using a little stick. All right, we're going to continue on our way. Some more palm meadows. We got some other shit. This trail goes along the bird refuge. If we to our left on the other side of the creek bed, and then on the other side of that is 2004. So, hence is the reason we didn't use the audio from the nature trail, because there's nothing like running nature, like a bunch of damn cars going back and forth. Oh, that's the toilet brush in the wild there, once again. Fucking yuppies and shit come out here and just dump shit. What did they get a toilet brush in the middle of nowhere for anyways? Anyways, I digress. This really green shit down here at my feet, that's called plantain, unlike the bananas. I felt like an idiot last week when Redo pointed out, hey, look at the plantain. And I'm looking up in the air thinking I'm going to find some little bananas. Didn't find any. Instead, it's a different plant, which is the reason we don't use common names. Now, my daughter's pointing out this piece of shit. What is this? I'm going to look it up. As you can see, I retained the information quite well. Look at those feminine wrists. He's got some nice tattoos. Anyway, so we're going to move on. No, we're going to stay on this bush for a minute. I don't really know what this bush is, but I'm sure someone's going to have some smart-ass comment down there below to let me know what the bush is. It's got red berries on it. I wouldn't eat it just because I don't know what the hell it is. That, and I'm not one to just eat a bunch of some more of that red bush. I'm sure there's going to be lots of comments about it. You know what that is. Well, at that particular time, I didn't. And although we're going to take a little offshoot here, this is going to go to the dam because the people out at the farms, heaven forbid, they don't have water in their backyards, and so they put this dam in to keep the yuppies pacified with water in their backyard. The place down to the right there might be a good catfishing spot if you're into fishing. If not, just put your Uggs on and go for a damn walk. I don't care. I'm just here to entertain you people. As you can see, there it is. There's a dam. I'm sure there's a lot of teenagers come out there to drink some beers or party or whatever. Well, we're not. We're here to show you all the nature trails of Texas. So here we go. We're back on the trail. Really wish I would have paid attention to the video, but I was too busy, coming up with bullshit and making my daughter laugh. Well, look, my daughter's going to walk funny now for us. That's amazing. Thank you. I like the way she's looking at the ground, but she doesn't pay attention where she puts her feet. That's always good. Brings me to another thing. If you do go out in the wilderness, pay attention where you step. Oh, daughter's putting out some bullshit. Oh, yeah, we heard some noises back here, so we decided to just kind of come over here. And it turns out to be like, meth heads or tweakers or some kind of degenerate human being back here. You'll see their tent here in a minute. Of course, we're making as much noise as a herd of cattle through a fucking field. So, of course, we interrupt whatever bullshit that these degenerates are doing back here, So they pack up real quick and they skedaddle. We hear them in a little bit. They take off. Once again, my daughter, she's got to be the trail leader. Got to jump in front of me here, right in front of the camera. So we're going to spend a lot of time looking at the back of her head. All right, we're back on the trail. This trail is pretty cool. I've seen all kinds of stuff out here. Deer, hogs, snakes. I was obviously pointing out some bullshit there. Who knows what the hell I was talking about. Oh, we're going to get down. What are we looking at? Oh, we're going to take pictures of pretty flowers. And now we're off the trail and I'm going through the bush. Must have seen something. Oh, yeah. I've seen this flower here. I got a really good photo on the camera you see, but as you see, just going to take pictures of my hands again because I completely forget that I'm filming. I'm just going to kind of scroll through my phone right here, wasting a bunch of airtime. And we're back on the trail. Once again, my daughter's got to be in front of me. She's like the Jacques Cousteau of the wilderness. So back to what I was saying, I've seen all kinds of critters on this trail. I've seen different types of reptiles, turtles, frogs, snakes, hogs, deer, all kinds of birds. So we're just walking along. That gray shit you see hanging out of the trees, that's called Spanish moss. Spanish moss is actually pretty good for you, but I don't recommend you just going out in the woods again and eating it. I'm not responsible for your stupidity. I'm barely responsible for my own. I guess the good thing is if there was, I don't know, a swamp cat or something out there, all I had to do is outrun my daughter, which probably wouldn't be that bad. So anyways, we're crooking along here. I'm sure we would have seen more, except for the fact that we were loud as hell. That background noise is the hazards of living in town. So here we go, just cruising along. Sure, we're cracking jokes. Oh, look at those nice funguses on that tree. Should have stopped and got some better photos of that, but for some reason we seem to be on a thing. Oh, we're going to look at some bullshit on the ground, and we're back. Back on the trail. Who knows what we're looking at? Oh, we're looking at, looks like false garlic there. It's a lot of times confused with wild onion, but, garlic, onion, not the same thing. Going to take off down another trail here. Oh, this is a ditch. Those yuppies, they can't have water backing up on their swampy-ass golf course, so they came out here and they dug this ditch to try to drain the golf course. Golf course is off to the right of me on the main trail. We got some nice lilies out there. Those lilies, here in a couple of weeks, will have some nice, like, purple and whitish flowers on them. All peaceful and shit. That across the creek there, that is the bird sanctuary. That's for those upper class naturalists out there that, that's a nice Spanish oak. God knows what the hell I was looking at. Now we're just cruising along. See what else we can find here. We're going to get back on the trail. So up until about 100 years ago, we would have had all kinds of more animals. Oh, this little meadow here. I've seen a lot of sows and their young piglets bed down in this area before. This is a pretty nice little area here. Who knows why no trees grew there. Probably got a pipeline or some bullshit going through there. We're just cruising along. Once again, if you do the whole trail, from start to finish, it'll probably take you about an hour, as long as you're not like running. maybe a little longer for some of you slower people. It's a really easy trail, kind of a smooth topography on that. Once again, if you've stayed with me this long, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe, maybe ring the bell, maybe donate some money to us so we can afford better film equipment. I really like to go on these trails. It's kind of a peaceful one. This was a Sunday, us heathens, we didn't go to church, so instead we went out into nature. That's a nice Spanish joke. So, we're all starving to death out here. Good thing about it is, out here in the wilderness, you kind of leave civilization for a while if you can numb out the fact of the traffic going by on 2004 over there. We just passed the Thistle, and for the life of me, have no idea why I didn't stop and take it out. But it was over on the right-hand side down there. So we're in the kind of like a meadow area right here. It's nice, If I was a true hippie, I'd come out here, do some kind of drum circle, ring my bells or some shit. Who knows? This would be a good place for it. Some fungus on that tree. It's probably some turkey tails or some false turkey tails, some stuff like that. Oh, here's what we got. This is a intrusive species. That snail there is one of like 3 of them that are wreaking havoc upon our ecosystems here in Texas. I'm really glad that raccoon decided to eat that little bastard. I've seen some pretty big snails back up in here before, about the size of your palm of your hand, which are, once again, are an invasive species. They're just destroying our bottom of the food chain there. Ain't enough coons and possums out there to eat them all. All right, so we're coming up on some swampy areas. Oh, look, well, I'm actually going to stop and look at some fungus. Those are the turkey tails and false turkey tails that I was telling you about. Don't recommend just gnawing on turkey tails, but the false turkey tails supposedly are hillbilly chewing gum. I assume they probably taste like dirt. So if you're into chewing on boot leather and dirt, that's probably one of your things there. You see there's a tree fell down in the path, so we're just going to go around it. Looking at some bullshit over here. No, maybe we lost the path. Who knows? All right, we're back on the path. So up here a little bit, we're going to start coming across some more swamps. There's a couple of swampy areas that come pretty close to the trail. Right here, if my daughter didn't have her big ass head in my way, we would have caught this snake. There's a snake sitting right here on the bank. As you can see, that's where she just set it. The snake just slithered into the swamp. So once again, not paying attention to the camera or the fact that, my daughter's standing right in the way. We didn't get the snake on film. That green shit on top of the water, that's called duckweed. Duckweed's pretty good for you. I hear the hippies like to make them into like smoothies or some shit. It's a good survival food. I don't recommend just eating it just because, but what? Is each his own. Right up here on the right-hand side, let's see, right about in here. Oh, no, I'm looking at a gray heron here. I think I tried to get it on film. We only got 4 cameras with us, and the damn thing's about to fly off before I can get a good photo of it. It's a nice specimen. It's probably a youngster. All right, so up here a couple of weeks ago, there was a young gator right there. Right there was what we're talking about. Some little asshole come down this trail and bashed its little head in, which I don't condone, and I wish that Fish and Game was out here with a trail camera and caught the little bastard, but You can see, nice swamp. Now this swamp's on both sides of us here. I don't know why I'm only getting the shots of it on the one side, but it is just a prime example of swamps in South Texas. All right, we're going to continue on down the way. I think we see a couple frogs through here. They're like jumping out of our way and shit. Of course, neither one of us get them on camera. You know, if you come across wildlife in the wilderness or even in your home or outside your home, leave it the hell alone. I mean, if it's a nuisance, call somebody, maybe have them relocate it, but you know, you're walking through their home. Oh, I'm going to put my phone in the goddamn way again. Yep, look at them. Yep. Always, oh, we're taking a picture of a bullfrog. That was a big bastard. So, but back to what I was saying, you know, you come across critters, especially when you're in their home, just leave them alone. Enjoy them, you know, take some pictures. Don't harass them. Here we are. We're going to cross over this. You know, it's bad enough that we've pounded the soil down so bad that, you know, nothing's growing in these footpaths. But just, you know, be nice to nature. She's nice to us. You be nice to her. You know, it's important for these swamps to exist, that keep our communities from flooding and dying out. All right, so we're just going to continue along our way. I've seen some trails of some bobcats. You know, those things come out when we're not around. They're probably all back in there. We're going to walk through the... Yeah, this is a prime example of why I say don't wear your Uggs out here. You see, this is 3 days after a rainstorm, and we're gonna you know, just go through the mud. We're gonna act like Bigfoot here and just trample through the mud. Make sure you bring water. Water would be a good thing to put in your pack to carry on out here. You know, you get parched. You don't realize you can dehydrate in the swamps. You know, this is a pretty nice day. I mean, it's still kind of chilly out. You can see my daughter's still got her sweatshirt on. When I say chilly, I mean, I'm talking like, you know, high 60s, low 70s kind of chilly. I know you Yankees up there and anything north of Beltway 8, you know, y'all can handle that kind of stuff, but us people down here in the swamps, you know, we like a little warm, you know. I do not recommend coming out here once it gets to about August. You'll be eating mosquitoes. So we're going to go, we got another tree in the way, so we're just kind of go around this tree. You can see. Once again, I'm going to apologize for all the bounciness of the camera, but you know, you got to try it out every now and then, see what works. See here, we're just going to continue down the trail. And St. Augustine is everywhere, and a nice invasive species there. Yep, we're just cruising along. We're almost to the end here. I'd just like to go ahead and say, you know, thank you for watching, and you know, if you want any other information, you know, hit me up in the comments section. All right, so we make this bend, and we come across a skull. It's probably a young hog of some sort. The only reason I say that is because it's a skull. It's all broken up, and we're not really sure what's going on. Hopefully she's going to show us a picture of it here shortly. Oh yeah, there's the skull. I say it's young because the skull hadn't had time to fuse together yet. You know, we kind of, you know, coon finger the bones there for a minute. You know, that's cool stuff to look at. Always is. Alright, so we're going to keep on going down here. So, like I said, like, hit the bell, subscribe, all that jazz, all that stuff you're supposed to say to, you know, get up there in the world. See this? This tree up here actually is the end of the trail. It kind of forks off to the right and to the left. To the right, you can go probably about another 3 miles back there. Well, first we got to look at the flowers across the bank. Yeah, it looks pretty. Good job. So if you took the right here, it just continues for probably about another 3 miles. To the left here, it actually goes all the way down to the Brazos, and we're not going to make it all the way there. So thank you again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next video shouldn't be as shaky, if not shaky at all. All right, y'all have fun. Stay safe out there in nature, and we'll see you again next time in Bill from the Bush.